This week I'll be working on this floating shelf and this faux brick wall. Kind of create this look for about $100. If that's something you're interested in, follow along and let's get to it. So I was contemplating using just pine boards because I initially wanted to go 10 feet, but a 10-foot pine board is pretty pricey just to do one shelf. So I'm gonna keep it at 8 feet, and then I'll have some left over for another project on the plywood. So this is, I guess it's called radiata pine. It's the cheapest stuff Home Depot carries. I've used it in other projects for this beam in our house, and I also used it in my son's room with kind of a brownish gray stain. Trying to figure out how deep I want to go on these. This plate's almost 11 inches. I think 11 will work. I need to be able to support the shelf. All I'm going to be supporting it with is 2x material. So, and then the shelf itself, it'll be 1.5 inches plus 3/4 of an inch. So it's going to be about 3 inches thick. And then I'm thinking 11 inches deep. And then here I'm just mitering the ends first, so I don't have to go back and do each one afterwards. This is my finished face piece. It's going to be 3 inches thick. So I have all my miters done on my main shelf. Now I just have to cut the little side pieces that are going to fit on each side. I try to match up the grain as much as possible so it seems like it's one cohesive piece of wood. Got to break in my new pin nailer. And then I burnished the miters with a screwdriver just to take the corner down and make it seem like it's a tighter fit. Clean the glue off and then light sand. These are the end pieces. I ran out of wood filler, so I'm just using some spackle that I had. I just got some white paint. I put 2 spoonfuls in a cup of water. Mix it up real good. And see how it turns out. It's the first time I ever tried this, so. It gave it like a kind of a matte antique finish. And I'll be installing this in a 1970s mobile home. It's a renovation me and my wife are doing, our cabin in the woods. You can check that out in our sister channel. All right, so I marked my studs, and then I'm gonna put bracing in between each stud all the way down. See if we can get this thing mounted. Use some wood glue. This is what the finished bracket looks like. Not on set, but hopefully strong enough to hold this thing up. We'll see. I'm going into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 studs, so hoping that's going to be enough. I'm going to center it with the lights. All right, so I think I'm going to try and use these guys. They might be too long. So I mounted the shelf and I drew a line where the shelf's going to be going, because I'm going to remove that section of the brick so that the shelf will sit inside the brick. Give it more of like a look where the shelf is, like the wood is coming out of the wall, kind of the look. I got these brick panels at Home Depot. They're, I think, around $40 for a 4x8 sheet. So then I notched each brick so it fits together like a puzzle, and then that hides the seam a little bit better once you fill it in with drywall mud. Last little piece of brick. A little more support. And then here I placed some 4-inch deck screws on an angle into the stud, and this really locked it into the wall so it doesn't move at all now. I mixed up some drywall mud to fill the seams in the brick because it's all going to be painted anyway. Some holes. So I guess from what I've watched, the worse you do it, the better it looks, apparently. We'll find out. This initial coat is just primer. The entire wall will get a coat of paint once I actually finish the kitchen and paint all the walls. It'll be nice when we're working, cooking and stuff to have all this light. I don't know if I'm going to keep these fixtures. They're really big. I had them from another project and just trying to reuse them, but I think we might have to go with something a little smaller. We'll see. See what the wifey says. Thanks for watching. Hey, welcome to the channel. Nope, start again. God, I hate this.